Baseball from the Lone Star State. MLB The Show brings you the American League Division Series. It's the Baltimore Orioles and the Texas Rangers. John Shambi on the play-by-play with you. Chris Singleton providing the color. A big game 2 in store for us here today, Chris.
Yeah, this might be the game to actually decide the series, Boog. When it's 5 games, getting a 2-0 lead is a dominant position to be in, and I don't see this series getting to a 5th game if we have a repeat of Game 1's outcome in this one.
Yeah, the Crows start circling for a team that falls into a 2-game deficit, not where you want to be. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about to get started, and on the mound now, Cody Bradford.
4-pitch guy. He's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here, and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early, or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order, and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
Adley Rutschman, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1.
No strikes.
707.
And there's the strike.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Ground ball left side. Sends it across to first. 1 up, 1 down. Time now to take a look at the Orioles lineup put together by manager Brandon Hyde. Here's Tyler O'Neill. O'Neill went deep in his most recent game.
Ball 1.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy
Ball
like
2.
this. That's a nice miss right
2
there.
balls. No strike.
That one lifted to left. Langford sizes this one up. He's got it. And there's 2 away.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay close.
2 outs, base is empty. Gunnar Henderson getting ready to hit. And he takes a strike. That's outside, and that's ball 1. And a fastball in there for a strike at 91.
That fastball, even though it's up, that's the velocity you want to go after. Low 90s, a lot better than trying to hit the high 90s.
Makes the grab, and that's the inning. Nothing doing this time around for the O's. Now the Rangers will get their first crack. We're scoreless. This is the American League Division Series on the show. Back here with my pal Singy. And on the hill today, Casey Mize. What do you have on him, Chris?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Here's the left fielder, Wyatt Langford. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Cowser settles under it and makes the catch. And there's one down. And now we take a look at the Rangers lineup. And Singy, I'm a bit surprised to see this many righties in a lineup against a right-hander.
Yeah, you're not the only one, Boog. I'm a bit surprised as well. And, some hitters work well against same-handed pitching. Just back in 2024, Bobby Witt Jr., Vlad Guerrero Jr., and Aaron Judge all had higher batting averages against righties than they did against lefties. So maybe they got a plan after all.
Marcus Semien now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. Now Marcus, a career-high 45 homers in 2021 with the Blue Jays. He parlayed that into a 7-year free agent deal with the Rangers. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field. Great effort, but it gets down.
Anything but pretty right there, but he'll take it every time.
He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat, just kind of muscled it out there. And, on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher, but you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
Corey Seager in the box with one away as he takes ball one. The shortstop takes the ball.
Last two pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, he's going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at-bat.
And another ball. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at-bat.
First and second, one out. Young, the next to hit. He was late there, strike one.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Runners at first and second with one gone, and we're here in game 2 of the ALDS. And it's fouled off. Battling here as he fouls it away.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
The 0-2. Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Out number 2.
The first baseman.
Up next for the Rangers, Jake Burger.
It's early, but these at-bats can impact the game just as much as they do later. Here's a chance to set the tone early for your team.
Swings and misses and one down below the zone. Semien, the lead runner at second. Seager on at first with 2 down. In for a strike and now just one pitch away from surviving the inning. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Way high. Swing and a ground ball. They get the force, and that's the inning. We head to the second in Arlington. No score. We're in the second game of this division series. Now here is Ahmed Rosario. The strategy around starting pitchers in the postseason, it's really changed in recent years. Managers are pulling starters earlier, making a strong bullpen essential for a championship team. Right through there for a strike.
Yeah, I think with starting pitchers, they're not going as deep in the postseason because managers aren't willing to let them get knocked around and put a game out of reach. Most skippers have a quicker hook this time of the year.
line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. Man aboard on the leadoff single. So next to hit for Baltimore, Colton Cowser. Rosario runs, pitching for a strike. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
You know what? I like the aggressiveness right there. It looks like it's going to be tough to score in this one. Really good pitching so far. So why not try to put some pressure on him and see if you can steal the bag, get in the scoring position.
Man at second. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Simeon, toss over to first. 1 out in the second.
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to third, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not a knock, but at the end of the day, it's a good at-bat.
Cedric Mullins digs in now. Lifted in the air, right center field. Friedel on the move to the gap. He's there. He's got it. And that should get the job done as he tags from third. Run scores easily, and it's 1-0.
In that situation, you're looking to get something up in the zone that you can put in the air. Worst case scenario, a sacrifice fly to drive in that runner from third.
And into the box for Baltimore, Jordan Westberg. That one's in there, 0-1.
He didn't want to give up that run, but he did. Got the fly ball, sac fly out. Now it's time to attack these other guys. Get your team back in the dugout. He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
2 outs. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field, and puts the squeeze on that one, and that'll do it. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, no one left. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Orioles 1 and the Rangers nothing. And we're back. Bottom half of inning number 2. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Kyle Higashioka. Mize back to work. And that drops in for a strike.
Now just a cement mixer slider right there. It's a great pitch to hit if you can recognize it early and jump on it.
Line drive. Hauls it in for the out. And a quick out, number 1. So up next, Adolis Garcia. Pitch is in there. And that's strike 1. 1 out, base is empty. That one misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Time to look at our umpiring crew in this one. Kenny Jansen behind the plate.
Yeah, and expect a little inconsistency on the corners. He doesn't make any wild calls, but he does give and take there a little bit. So he doesn't have the easiest strike zone to figure out, especially as the game goes on when you're expecting it to become more consistent.
Mullins hauls it in, 2 away. So next to hit for Texas, Josh Smith. There's the strike.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take, gets ahead in the count.
No, that's a ball.
On the ground to third. A sliding stop. Over to first. Pretty nice play there. Rangers go down quickly there. They trail here 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. And here's the first baseman, Ryan Mountcastle. Mountcastle in his 6th season, 28 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2015. Fastball in for a strike, and it's 0-1. Right through there for a strike.
I understand you want to try to gauge that guy's fastball, but you also have to be aggressive and ready to hit in your zone. Now you're in a tough spot.
That's out to center field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 1 down. And stepping in is the speedy Jorge Mateo. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. And there's a ball.
1-1.
That one finds the corner. That is strike 2. Up the middle. Now the throw to first on the run. In time. Got him. Here's Adley Rutschman. And ball 1. And the pitch is in for a strike. And the count even 1-1. Up the middle. Whips it to first on the run. No play. That's an infield single.
Protecting with strikes on him and putting the ball in play speaks to cutting down the strikeouts, shortening up with 2 strikes.
Now the number 2 hitter, Tyler O'Neill. Fly to left his first time. And a base hit into left field. That'll play. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits. Gunnar Henderson will hit next. 0 for 1 with a flyout. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Langford snags it, and that is that. Orioles strand a couple, but they're on top 1-0. Back in Arlington, bottom of the inning, and now the center fielder, T.J. Friedel. Tap foul at the plate. This one lifted in the air, left field. O'Neill hauls it in, and there's one away. Next up for Texas, Wyatt Langford. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. First pitch just misses.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. One down, base is empty. This to center field. Mullins makes the grab on the run.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
No, too low.
And now
Ball,
2-0.
down low.
2 outs, base is empty. Hit hard on the ground is short. Zips it to first. That's the 3rd out. Inning over. And the Rangers set down in order. Still behind by a count of 1-0. As we go to the top of the 4th. And now it's going to be Ahmed Rosario. Outside. And that's ball 1. Fastball is outside.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
That one finds the zone. 2-1 now. That's to third. Young jumps, throws, on target. He got him. Nice play. My goodness, Chris. He had to generate a ton of power in that jump throw for the out. Let's take another look and dive into the numbers from StatCast.
Man, that's an impressive throw right there. In the air, all the way from third base. You've got to have a powerful arm to play third base, but he just showed he's got more than enough. He's got to can it.
And now Colton Cowser. That one at the knees for a strike. That's a strike. 0-2.
Quickly down 0-2 in the count. I think you got to choke up a little bit, spread out the feet. You don't know what the velocity or the location of this next pitch is going to be.
Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. So a man aboard now with one away.
That's a good job right there. You got 2 strikes on you, just got to battle.
Cedric Mullins now at the plate. Drove in a run with a sac fly his first time up. Runner on the move. Bunted back towards the mound. Tosses to first, out on the sac bunt.
Really nice technique right there to get that sac bunt down. Advances that runner up another base. That was his job. He got it done.
Jordan Westburg, the next to hit for the Orioles. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. And that should quiet this home crowd. It's 3-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. When you're lacking velocity, it's so critical that you move the ball around, change speeds, even try to trick the hitter at times. But when you give up a home run right there, manager doesn't have a lot of patience because the velocity's not there to overcome and get the swing and miss.
Here's Ryan Mountcastle. Hitting the air out to center field. Friedel on the move. Makes the catch, inning over. But two come across to score in the inning courtesy of this two-run homer. It's now 3-0. You're watching the American League Division Series on the show. Back at Globe Life Field, and now the shortstop, Corey Seager.
All around, I think if you asked anyone in this organization who's the best hitter in the lineup, they would say him.
That misses. Ball 1. And that one pulled foul. That one hammered left field, way back there. Grabs it right up against the wall. Here's Josh Young. He's 0 for 1. First pitch misses.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
And that one wrapped foul. The Orioles leading by 3, and we're here in Game 2 of the ALDS. The other way, and a base hit right there. So digging in, Jake Berger. Out there to center. Mullins on his horse. Got it. Covered plenty of distance there. 2 away.
Now batting, catcher, Higashioka.
Here's the catcher, Kyle Higashioka. 0 for 1 so far. And there's a strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
And that one handled. Fires over to first. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. 1 left for Texas. They trail in this one 3-0. We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Sean Armstrong.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Now it's the second baseman, Jorge Mateo. Grounded out to short in his first trip. That one outside. 1-0. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Obi Milner, a lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Spores getting cranked up as well. And that's off the inside edge. And the count now 2-0. And that's in for a strike.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
And that's outside. And now 3 balls and a strike. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
So the batting order turns over. Adley Rutschman, the next to hit, 1 for 2. Runner on the go. That's in for a strike. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. In the air, left field, down the line, and that's a foul ball. Man at second. And that one in the air, center field. One away.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
Now at the plate, Tyler O'Neill. That one is absolutely belted. And it hits the base of the wall. Headed for the plate. Relay to second. Now 2 away as they get a run across. Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles. 0 for 2 in this one. Swings through that.
0-1.
Two down, bases empty, but 1 run across, and we're at the top of the 5th. Swung on, belted. Back there. And that one is out of here. And they add a run. It's 5-zip. 2 pitches, 2 swings, that one for a home run.
Looking to be aggressive all the way, and it paid off for him in a big way. There was a sinker up in the zone. It looked like it came out of the pitcher's hand a little bit too early. Doesn't have the velocity that that good four-seam fastball does. And at the plate, he didn't miss it.
Ahmed Rosario, the next to hit for the Orioles. That one in there across the letters.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
To the right side, Simeon whips it to first. 3rd out. So they get 2 runs on 2 hits. 1 of them left the yard. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Orioles 5 and the Rangers nothing. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. Mize back to work. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, these Rangers need to bring up the quality of their at-bats and specifically their swings. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
Henderson over to first in time. And that's the first out at the bottom of the 5th. So now the DH spot, Josh Smith grounded out his first time up.
Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have runners in scoring position because they put themselves there.
That misses the zone, and that is ball 1.
Ball 2.
They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. That one finds the zone, and it's 2-1. That one fouled off. Stays alive. The Orioles leading by 5. Last half of inning number 5. To the right side. Mateo sends it to first. Home half of the 5th inning, moving along. 2 quick outs. 2 down, bases empty. Here's the center fielder, T.J. Friedel. Fly to left his first time. On the ground, and that's just foul. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a foul out of play.
One, two.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the Rangers. Still looking at that 5-0 deficit. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Matthew Boyd.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
And now, Colton Cowser. And that misses off the outside edge. Bullpen action for the Rangers. Josh Spores getting loose out there. Milner, a left-hander, also throwing. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And it's 2-0.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Fastball for a strike.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
That pitch in for a strike, and the count is filled up.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Grabs it on the run. 1 up, 1 down. Cedric Mullins getting ready to hit. Boyd in his 10th season, 34-year-old vet, and he was a 6th-round draft pick back in 2013. And that one is downstairs, and it's 1-1. Bases empty, 1 away, and we're here in Game 2 of the ALDS. And that's in for a strike. And it's 1-2.
So far, all we've seen in this at-bat are fastballs. Look for him to slow it down right here ahead in the count.
1-2 here. Out to center. Friedel on his way over. Squeezes it. 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. And next for the Orioles, Jordan Westburg. He's already homered in this game. And first offering is fouled off. Now a screamer into the outfield. Langford makes the catch, and that's the 3rd out. Nothing doing here this half. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Orioles 5 and the Rangers nothing. We're in the 2nd game of this division series. And now it's the Rangers leadoff hitter, Wyatt Langford. Fastball for a strike. It's 0-1.
No ball. 1 strike.
And that one hit to first. Gets to it with a slide. Nicely done for the out.
Second baseman, Marcus Semien.
Here is Marcus Semien. Just missed.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
One down, base is empty. Right down the chute, and the count 1-1.
Well, this guy on the mound's done a lot better than we would have expected, and the hitters just don't seem to have the right game plan. They're taking too many mistake pitches for called strikes.
Next offering upstairs. Swing and a line drive and a base hit out into left center field. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Here comes Corey Seager. Close one, doesn't get the call. Ball 1. Just missed. Man at first, one away.
No strike.
And that's ripped into left. Base hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second now, 1 out.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play, Boog. It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat. Something to improve.
Now, Josh Young. And the slider just misses.
1-0.
Two on, 1 out. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Inside, just missed.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
That's inside, and that's ball 3.
Here's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
Ground ball right side, could be 2. To second, there's 1. Double play. And that'll do it for the inning. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. It's the Orioles 5 and the Rangers nothing. We go to the top of the 7th, and now the first baseman, Ryan Mountcastle. And that's in for a strike. That's
No,
too low.
that's down.
And 1-1. Knee high, that's in for a strike. Swing and a ball popped up. Simeon. And there's one away. Now it's going to be Jorge Mateo. That pitch gets the corner. 0-1.
0-1.
And that's in for a strike.
Well, he didn't like those
0-2.
first two pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Line to left. And foul ball. That one ripped. And it's foul.
He needs to throw that breaking ball with just a little more conviction to get the swing and miss.
Ripped on a line to center. Friedel pulls it down, and there's two gone. Now a chance for Adley Rutschman. 1 for 3. Just missed. There's a strike.
1-1.
That
Ball
one
two.
misses. 2-1. That's a strike across the top of the zone.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And it's into the gap. Now he'll turn for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Well, just a total nightmare for lefties. I'd be very surprised to see that matchup again. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
So next to hit for Baltimore, Tyler O'Neill. Softly in the air down the line. And it goes just foul. Man on second, 2 down. Strike 2.
The hitter early and off balance on that swing. If I'm the pitcher, I'm taking a little bit more off. See if you can get him to chase something in the dirt.
To third. Young tosses the first. Out number 3. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Orioles 5 and the Rangers nothing. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
The first baseman, Jake Burger.
Pitch misses inside, and it's 1-0. Fastball for a strike.
In this situation, you expect the batters to be a little more patient, possibly take until they get a strike. With that, you don't want to miss your opportunity to get ahead early in the count. He didn't right there.
There's a swing and a miss.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Outside low, and it's 2-2. Upstairs.
Full count.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Loves it on the dive, and that's a great play for the out.
This defense came to play tonight. We're seeing some awesome pitching, but a huge part of this shutout so far has been the defense making great plays like that behind their pitcher. They feed off of one another, make great pitches, make great plays defensively.
Now the catcher up to hit, Kyle Higashioka. And that's in there at the knees. Mize ready to fire now. Swings and misses. And it's 0-2.
So impressive how the velo is still there even this deep into the outing.
That's inside. Outside. The Orioles leading by 5 here in the late stages of Game 2. And it remains 2-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a man aboard now with one away.
Now batting, right fielder,
And now the right fielder, Adolis Garcia. Brandon Hyde out of the dugout now, and he's ready to make a move to the bullpen. Casey Mize is done, and a nice effort out of him, no doubt. New arm coming on. We'll be back for that in a moment. Sir Anthony Dominguez is checked into the game.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
And that's in for a strike.
No ball. One strike.
That's a little bit low. Next offering is fouled back. Higashioka leads off first with one away. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
Two.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Slider got him for strike 3.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
And first offering is fouled off. 2 outs. Foul ball, still 0-2. Here comes a pitch. Goes down looking for the strikeout. A controversial called strike 3 to end the inning. Rangers leave 1. It's 5-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to begin the 8th, and into the box for Baltimore. Gunnar Henderson. Boyd back to work. Pitch misses, and that's ball 1. That's through there for a strike.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
The shortstop takes the ball. That's down and in. Next offering is in for a strike. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Langford. And there's one down. Ahmed Rosario, the next to hit for the Orioles. And he pumps it a strike. That misses the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're here in game 2 of the ALDS. That misses, and it's 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike. 2.
In the air, left field, down the line. Dives, and it gets by. Around first, heading for 2. Around second now, as they still don't have it. In there safely.
That can be a dangerous pitch if you don't get it inside enough, because as a hitter, you see it coming across the plate the whole way. No problem handling it and putting a good swing on it that time.
Now it's the right fielder, Colton Cowser. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Makes the grab on the run. Runner tagging from third. Throw home. He beats it. And it's now a 6-run lead. 2 down, base is empty. And next for the Orioles, Cedric Mullins. That one's in there. 0-1. Right through there for a strike. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the 8th. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Foul ball, it stays 0-2. Lifted in the air down the left side, and it falls. And that extends the inning.
We don't see this a whole lot anymore, where hitters with 2 strikes are willing to shorten up, tighten up, and try to hit the ball back up the middle other way. He was trying to hit that hole, I believe. Very good at bat with 2 strikes.
Runner at first with 2 away. Next to hit. Runner takes off. Pitch is high. Throw to second and great jump.
No, that's a ball.
Runner at second, 2 down.
Ball. Rio.
Next offering is in for a strike. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
First and second, 2 down. So next to hit for Baltimore, Ryan Mountcastle. 0 for 3 in this one. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Langford pulls that one down, and that is that. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Orioles 6 and the Rangers nothing. And we're back. And now the center fielder, TJ Friedl. First offering, and it just misses.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters, even if you give up a solo shot.
And that's outside. That
Ball
one
3.
misses, and that's ball 3.
3-1.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
He's mixing his pitches really well. Late on that fastball after seeing the changeup. See if he can elevate one. I think if he does, he'll get the swing and miss.
And he couldn't hold back. He's run up on strikes.
This guy will throw any pitch in any count. 3-2. He goes off speed, gets the out.
Wyatt Langford will hit next. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. Swing at a high fly ball right field. Cowser makes the grab. 2 down.
Now batting the second baseman, Marcus.
Stepping in, Marcus Simeon. And that's way high. And that's ball 1.
1-0.
In the air, right field. Cowser puts it away, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. Josh Spores gets handed the rock out of the pen.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Here's the second baseman, Jorge Mateo. Off the mark there. Ball 1. Spores goes 6 feet 3 inches. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, and occasionally mixes in the slurve. And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even. Just missed.
2-1.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Good job to fight that one off. Swings and misses, struck him out.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Here's the catcher to hit, Adley Rutschman. Strike one. Movement in the bullpen. Nathan Eovaldi up and throwing. One down, base is empty. That one's upstairs, ball one. Ground ball right side. Simeon, toss over to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Up next to the Orioles, the left fielder, Tyler.
2 outs, base is empty. Now the left fielder, Tyler O'Neill. Next offering, popped in the air, right field, and it falls. Makes the turn and heads for second. Pulls in with a double, 3rd hit for him today.
Now batting, the shortstop, Gunnar Henderson.
Man at second here with 2 away. Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles. He's already homered here in this one. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. Way back there. And that is gone. Another homer. His 2nd home run of the game. It's 8-0.
Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
Base is empty with 2 away. So now the Orioles cleanup hitter, Ahmed Rosario. In there, and it's 0-1. And that's too high. Two down, nobody on. Right through there for a strike. Sets him down on strikes. Fastball at the letters, throws him for strike 3. Baltimore with a 2-run shot this inning. It's now an 8-0 game. Last chance for the home team. And here is Corey Seager. Pitching change here, Ryan Baker.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Ripped to third. Tosses across to first. And the leadoff man retired here in the ninth. Next to bat, the Texas cleanup hitter, Josh Young. And first offering is fouled off. The Rangers with a lot of ground to make up here in the late stages of Game 2. Way outside, now 1-2. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Now only 1 out remaining. So the bullpen doing a nice job backing up the effort from their starter.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty excellent pitching out of this staff so far. I mean, they've come in ready to do their job and get outs. They've been pretty tough to get to in this one.
Berger, the next to hit, takes ball 1.
1-0.
And another ball. Next offering is in for a strike.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
2 outs. Line drive ripped down the left side towards the left field corner. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The tag, and that's the ball game.
This team is riding pretty high right now, and you can tell the home team pretty confused as to why they're not getting it done. But it's a huge tone setter when you can take the first 2 games of a series, especially on the road. Now we'll see if they can back it up at home.
Here's another look at the numbers from this shutout victory.
Well, it takes a team effort to produce a shutout. I mean, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
8-0 is how this one ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.